We'd better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Buffaloes' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So SMU's offense will have the football first. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Guys, let's have a look at SMU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Throws for the tight end. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Back to throw, it's Evanson. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Buffaloes come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Soto. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. It is good! And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, the head coach has to like that. It's the first drive of the entire year. You did some good stuff on the drive. You get yourself in field goal range. Most important, you come away with points to kick this season.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Lester. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
And the Mustangs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Trying play action. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
He did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but in the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
And the Buffaloes decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. First play of the drive, lost to throw. Punts it out of the air.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, the offense is trying to go downfield and be aggressive. I think that receiver has got to do a better job fighting for the football. He just didn't really put in a great effort, and that's what helped the defender swat it away.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. There he goes. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Snap in the shotgun. Trying to find the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's look big picture at Colorado. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start and try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Buffaloes can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lining up, trying to convert this third and short from the 40. Back to throw, it's Evanson. Caught near the sticks, it's Brown. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll go with the 5-wide outset on 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Logan. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Logan. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Gibson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he'll need a little distance and defend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Taylor.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
To the air on second down. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The short hands, it's Taylor. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come. Get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
To the air, it's Evanson. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Taylor has it. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Gets it out fast. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
Quickly complete.
And nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route, coming from the slot receiver and get the completion.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They just keep firing. Hauls it in. Good job running down the route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. From the gun. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Fires into the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's third and goal from the 3. Trying to surge it in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. SMU.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some... They made that easy on the running back to score that touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it up.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Man, you talk about a helpless feeling. When you're the guy who fumbled and you're watching that thing roll towards the sidelines, you're like, please get out of bounds, and it does. Tell you what, the offense has the lead. That was a big-time play for that thing to get out of bounds.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Gibson. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll be brought down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Got a man in the middle. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
And the Mustangs line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Second down, he'll throw it. Buying some time. Trying to bowl his way in. Touchdown, Mustang! And the pummeling has started.
Well, they were able to come out here week one and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. North North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today on... double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. Quarterback on the keeper. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Hand off from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to throw, it's Hull. Here's a hit. It's complete to the right. And he's rolled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On third down, he drops to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, SMU.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And he'll just take a knee in this. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive